to that feeling in your chest, that tight feeling in your chest. How does that feel?
Okay.
Yeah. That's good. Cool. So what we find is a lot of the times when the way our mind works is when we do have an emotion that comes up in our body, our mind kind of drifts to an age where that emotion started basically, and our response will be that of that age. So you'll see this a lot with people. If you might be a really normal, strong, confident person, but you might go into a room and someone triggers you. It might be a mother or someone, and then you might find yourself in a space where you don't feel like talking. You want to kind of cower a bit. That's because when a heightened emotion comes up, our responses will be that of kind of where that emotion started. There's a lot more to it. It's just a basic understanding, but a lot of the time when people are emotionally eating, it's not them doing it in that moment. So you might want to be healthy, you might want to be eating right, but this emotion comes up, and then wherever that kind of idea started, the response of that young person will come through, which for a lot of people at that young age, food does. We do tend to move towards food to make us feel good. We're given lollies and things when we fall over. That's the way our mind is. So for you, Michelle, when you're emotionally eating, it's not you eating. It's a 6-year-old coming out and eating to feel good for a moment. And then when that stops, you'll be sitting back going, why did I do that? I'm supposed to be eating healthy. Why did I make my feel so? And the reason why that happened is it's not you, it's a part of you coming through as a response to help you at that moment. It's always to help you. And when you start to understand that, then you can sit back and go, well, you know what? My body is actually looking after me and doing the best it can at that time. And that's why when you do have emotions coming up, if you can get in a space where you can close your eyes, think of a feeling and start tapping or doing something, we're bringing ourselves also back into the moment, back into the body again, so that you can kind of come with our mindset of wanting to be healthy. What you find, Michelle, I don't know if we've done this before, I don't remember if we did that before, but what you find is when you do get that 6-year-old and bring them back to now, that the 6-year-old doesn't come through anymore when the emotion's there. And I've even had that with big things like people that drink, alcoholic, all of that kind of stuff, quite extreme things, that emotion may show, but the response doesn't come through the emotional eating. And if it does, it's more conscious. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I just was thinking about, it's been a few years since I saw you, but it was interesting because I came around weight, but you actually took me back to being a baby around breathing. I had breathing difficulties as a baby, and I actually stopped having issues around breathing. My weight took a while to sort out, but the breathing got sorted after hypnosis, because I had asthma and a whole lot of breathing issues that dated back to being a small baby and having pneumonia. And it was really strange because the weight took a while to sort out, but the breathing got sorted. Asthma and stopped having issues, panic attacks and breathing issues. Because we addressed where that had actually originated, which was at birth, and it was very strange because it was like that sorted that.
And what happens with weight, and I find even the lady that was in the Daily Post that lost 50 or 60 kilos, is that there's layers to weight loss too. It's and if your body does use what happens with our bodies is when we do have a lot of trauma sitting in our bodies, or when I say trauma, it doesn't have to be big trauma like you see on TV with people getting kidnapped and all that kind of stuff. It can be developmental trauma, which is small things like waking up in a cot in the dark and no one's around. It can be when we have this stuff and overwhelm in the body, it will present in either a pain, a makeup of someone coming in pain like headaches, fibromyalgia, back pain, or they'll show with mind stuff like addiction, anxiety, depression, OCD, or they'll show presenting with weight, and it's weight so that it's like they're still being healthy, they're still trying their best, but the body's just not shifting the weight. And that's because our body is actually presenting in what's going on underneath in a symptom, and that symptom is weight. So what we find sometimes is we have to get through layers of things so that the nervous system is relaxed enough to move the weight on, feel safe enough. So sometimes we might do some hypnosis and the weight might not start going for a month or two. Like I said, that's what happened with the lady in the paper. Some people, if they're in a relationship where the person doesn't feel that safe, we could do the work and set the foundations, but it's not until they actually move away from that unsafe situation does it all kick in, and then it goes. So it's really interesting when we look into the mind and body connection. And that's why I say, with just because I'm not working on you guys individually on clearing stuff, one really cool thing you can do is just work on getting your nervous system relaxed by giving yourself moments of chilling, by doing things that you like having a bath or reading a book, things that just calm the body down. It really does help with weight loss and with getting healthy. Cool. So I won't get into any more of what we were doing there. It is bloody fascinating. I could talk about it all day. What we're going to do is a bit of hypnosis now. So everyone can just, and for people that are listening to the recording, this is when you want to be able to relax, have your eyes closed, try and have it in an environment where no one's going to come and jump at you. Yeah, and on a chair that if you do go quite deep, that you are safe on that chair, so you can relax. Yeah. All right, so just closing your eyes down. Taking a few slow, deep breaths. Listening to the sound of my voice. You may find that any other sounds in the background tend to just drift and float away. Once again, focusing on the sound of my voice and the words that I'm saying. Relaxing all the tiny little muscles around your eyes. Allowing them to go limp and loose and relaxed. And when you know that they're so relaxed they just don't feel like working, you can give them a little test. Just to prove to yourself they don't feel like working. And then sending that relaxation all the way to the top of your head, down to the tips of your toes. This beautiful wave of relaxation just flows through your body. It even finds any areas of tension and tightness that maybe you didn't even know were tense and tight, relaxing those down. And you may even find that beautiful wave of relaxation finds any places where there may be discomfort or pain or dis-ease or tension, and it releases it out of your fingertips. You may even feel a tingly sensation in your fingertips as it releases. Just relaxing down. And as you relax down further and deeper, a part of you drifts up out of your body. Just a part of you drifts up, up, up out of your body. And it is just imagination. It's floating and drifting all the way up to a beautiful place where everything is possible. Floating and drifting all the way up. And in this place, I'm speaking to the powerful parts of you. I'm speaking to the subconscious, the unconscious, superconscious, the part of you that makes all the decisions. We're thanking those parts for being here with us today. And as those parts know, you have created a goal. You have created a place where you'd like to be. And we're asking those parts of your mind now to make all the necessary changes that need to be made for you to reach your goal quickly and easily. For you to make those changes. And those are the changes in mind, body, and spirit, the emotional body, the physical body. We're asking that part to make changes in food, make changes in movement to allow you to reach your goal quickly and easily. We're asking those parts to start to move you towards foods that are good for your body. Foods that make you feel good, foods that make you feel lighter. You'll find that any of the other foods, the want or need for them just start slowly drifting away as you feel so good. You're going to notice that your body wants to move more. It may even be just parking a little bit further away from the supermarket or from the shop that you're going to do. So you do just a few more steps. You may find that you start wanting to go out in the garden, or you start wanting to go for a walk. You may notice even the need for fresh air starts to improve, wanting to be outside. And we're thanking those parts now for also creating that change that we already have created, where if the mind did move them towards food, they're going to stop and listen to their body. And if that hungry feeling is there, then of course, giving the body the fuel it needs. But if that feeling isn't there, if it's neutral or full, stopping and asking yourself, what is it that I actually need? What is it? And then really listening to the body and doing whatever the body truly needs. It may just be having some water. It may be, if there's an emotion there, just tapping that emotion out. Just allowing yourself to relax down, and maybe finding something else to do. Your powerful mind will come up with different things to do. And in this space, we're also going to ask the powerful mind just to visualize the tummy, the space where our body holds food. And sometimes over time, the tummy can get a bit loose. It can get a bit like it's being pushed out. It can get a bit floppy. And right in the space now, I want you to imagine tightening the tummy up, getting firmer, almost as though it's getting firmer and stronger, creating a small little ball-sized pouch, almost like the size of your fist. If you choose, you can even squeeze your fist as you imagine your tummy getting tighter and tighter. Just knowing that anything over that amount, if you choose to eat only a teaspoon over the amount of this food, that full sensation coming on strong, making it very easy for you to stop and leave food on the plate and to have it again later when that hungry feeling is there. So as your mind creates all these changes, I'd like you to imagine that you're standing. I want you to imagine now that you're floating and you're standing on a path at the bottom of a hill. It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining. And there is a gentle breeze blowing across your face. And this path leads up to a lookout overlooking a beautiful ocean. And you feel excited because today you know your life is changing. Feel good. And you know, as we move on this healing, this health journey, there are things, there's behaviors, maybe emotions, things that in the past maybe have made the journey quite hard. And today we're going to work on clearing those things out, making those changes. So right next to you, I want you to imagine there is an empty backpack. And to the side of the path, there is a garden full of stones of all different shapes and colours. So I'm going to go through a list of different habits, behaviours, reasons that may have helped with weight gain. And if you've ever experienced any of these in your past, I want you to find a stone that represents that behaviour, that habit, and I want you to put it in the backpack. So here we go. Have you ever found yourself eating due to stress or anxiety? If you have, find a stone and put it in the backpack. Is there any sadness or depression that may have caused weight gain? If so, find a stone and put it in the backpack. Have you ever found yourself binging or eating uncontrollably? If so, find a stone and put it in the backpack. Has boredom, loneliness, or pain ever caused weight gain? So find a stone and put it in the backpack. Have sugary or sweet foods ever caused weight gain? Find a stone and put it in the backpack. Has low self-esteem, feelings of unworthiness, or feeling unwanted ever caused weight gain? If so, find a stone and put it in the backpack. Has lack of motivation or exercise or perceived laziness ever caused weight gain? So find a stone and put it in the backpack. Do you feel that your body may use weight as a protection or shield due to past trauma, bad relationships, or any form of abuse? If so, find a stone that represents this and put it in the backpack. Has alcohol or sugary drinks ever caused weight gain? If so, find a stone and put it in the backpack. Do you find yourself eating too fast or not being able to leave food on the plate? If so, find a stone and put it in the backpack. Has mindless eating ever been a problem for you? Eating while driving, watching TV, anything like that? If so, find a stone, put it in the backpack. Have you ever found yourself hiding food, feeling ashamed of what you've eaten, or even using food as a form of maybe punishment or self-sabotage? So find a stone and put it in the backpack. Even savouries, hot chips, breads, those kind of things. Have they ever been a problem now or in the past? If so, find a stone and put them in the backpack. Do you find you're easily influenced by friends or family wanting you to eat more? Do you find it hard to say no to people when food is offered? So find a stone. Is having children or menopause or illness or hormones, anything like that, if it's fits for you, ever made you put on weight? So find a stone. Put it in the backpack. So I'm going to give you a few moments, and if there are any other reasons that you may have gained weight in the past, I want you to find a stone to represent whatever it is. Put it in the backpack and then we'll move on. Beautiful. So now it's time to pick that backpack up and put it on your back. And I want you to notice how heavy that backpack feels, full of all of that old stuff, the behaviors, the habits. And you start heading up the hill to the lookout. The path is windy. It's a steady uphill climb. You begin to feel a little tired. You feel the weight of the backpack weighing you down, but you know it's worth the struggle because in a moment you will be free of all of the stuff that has been holding you back. So you reach the top and you look over the beautiful view, the clear blue water, the sound of the gentle waves. And now it's time to remove your backpack and feel the weight of it in your hands and notice. Take that backpack and throw it over the edge, and as you do so, you feel free. You feel lighter. You might even feel taller, knowing there is nothing weighing you down now. Feeling light, feeling free, ready to move forward to the next step of your journey to health, to happiness, to the perfect you. And so now I want you to feel yourself floating and drifting up forward into the future. I want you to drift all the way forward to when you have reached your goal. I want you to imagine drifting into the scene and being there. Feeling how it feels. Noticing what you're wearing, noticing what you're doing. Noticing what's different about you now that you've reached your goal. And also, as you look back, noticing how easy it was. Noticing that all you did was listen to your body. You moved your body. You put food in your body only when your body really needed it. And because of that, your body thanked you. Easily moving towards health. And how good it feels to be so in tune with your body. And just really sit in that feeling, how good it feels. Really lock that image into your mind because that is your future. An amazing future. Feeling so good, it might even make you smile. Looking forward to it. And so now bringing that feeling back into the room, back into the chair, feeling so good. In a moment, I'm going to count 1 to 5. When I count 5, eyes open, wide awake. Feeling good, knowing, so tonight as you drift off to sleep, you might even have that image come up in your mind. Knowing that your mind and body is working now together as one, moving you towards foods that are good for your body, helping you easily listen to your body and feeling good. So here we go with the 1, the relaxation, leaving your body. 2, energy rising up. Chest is clear, feeling good. 3, taking a deep breath in. With 4, wiggling fingers and toes. And 5, eyes open. Feeling so good. How are you feeling? Awesome.
Restful.
Awesome. Cool. I'll just stop this recording.